Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about hair loss and gray hair. Should you go gray if you are experiencing hair loss, and ways to keep your hair healthy. Let's get started. Also, not using a lot of harsh shampoos, conditioners, and beauty products and styling tools also helps and goes a long way at keeping your hair healthy. And not overwashing and all of that stuff, as well as coloring your hair and putting harsh chemicals on your scalp. So considering that hair is a protein, eating protein is really important. Now, if you're vegan, I totally understand, but there's ways to get plant proteins. You could do protein powders made of pea proteins. There are lots of ways you can continue to get your protein. If some of you are vegan but you eat eggs, I don't know if that is possible, but if that's possible, eating eggs is good to get your protein. Um, if you're not vegan and you do eat meat, lean red meat is good. Also, taking a good multivitamin daily supplements really super important. A woman's one a day of some type will have enough of the nutrients that you need, and nutrients that your hair and your skin and your nails need as well. And also, if you can supplement, through your food, that's even better. And got vitamin E that way and all of the other nutrients, that's awesome. So lots of vegetables, that helps. It also helps your skin to glow and be healthy. And you kind of doing that from the inside out, if you will. Eating berries and foods and high in antioxidants can also help to keep your skin, hair. Also, not washing your hair as often. So I wash my hair once every other day, or sometimes I'll go 2 days without washing my hair. And some things that help with that is having a style that doesn't have a lot of layers. It doesn't require a lot of fussing on the daily. That way I can just pin it back and go. And that really goes a long way to not having to wash your hair every day. Because when you wash your hair every day, you're stripping your scalp and your hair of the natural oils and stuff, which can lead to drying out and breakage. So you don't want to do that. I do use a clarifying shampoo when I do wash, and I want to let you know that the one I use is the Suave. I talk about it a lot on my channel, so I don't want to talk about it anymore, but it is a daily clarifying shampoo, so you can use it daily, but it is pretty harsh, actually. It's pretty harsh on your hair and your hair strands. So you might want to look at getting something that's a little more gentler, or if you do decide to go with the clarifying shampoo, only clarify in intervals, like once a week or something like that. That's really important because it helps to take off the waxes and the silicones that get built up in your hair when you use shampoo and conditioner every day. Even if you wash your hair every day, if you put conditioner on every day, you will get a buildup of the waxes and stuff. And your hair will behave a little bit differently with that buildup, just so you know. So if you feel like your hair just isn't styling right, or you really got a great haircut, but your hair just doesn't feel like it's going the right direction, try doing a clarifying treatment. Not an intense one, just something really simple. Like just a simple clarifying shampoo from the drugstore will work. And see if that doesn't help a little bit with the texture of your hair and the styling of your hair. Another thing that really helps keep your hair healthy is conditioning your hair. So you can do this one of two ways. You condition in the shower or outside of the shower. Outside of the shower is a little bit more tricky because your hair is really squeaky clean when you come out of the shower, and using a comb to try to comb through it at that point can cause a lot of breakage. So if you decide to do out of the shower conditioning, if you have ultra fine hair and you find conditioners build up too much on your hair shaft, you can use a spray like I use, the Aussie Hair Insurance or the Tresemme leave-in conditioner, a few squirts of that. I would squirt it in and run it around first, and then go through with my comb afterward when it's kind of soften the hair shaft a little bit so I'm not pulling or ripping at my hair. But if you decide to go with the in-shower conditioner, look for one that is, if you have thin or fine hair, you're going to look for one that's for thin and fine hair. Those are designed a little bit differently and they won't drop so much product on your hair, leaving your hair weighed down, leaving it feeling greasy or oily or built up or anything like that. So you want to use the appropriate shampoo and conditioner for your hair type. That's super important. And if you have any questions regarding that, you can always consult your hairdresser about that and ask them which one's the best for them. Now that being said, you can also go to the drugstore and just read the bottles, you know, for fine, thin, curly hair, and pick the hair product that is appropriate for you. Try it out. You know what I love to do is I love to go down the aisle in the grocery store, or supermarket, or drugstore where they have the trial size, the not trial size, but trail size, is that? The smaller bottles for traveling. The travel size, that's what I was trying to say. The travel size, because you can try out a product that way to see if it works for you. Like, does the Moroccan oil shampoo really, is it really good? So for $2, I can find out if I like it. And I've tested a lot of products that way and then ended up using them and buying full sizes of them later. So that's a great way to go as well. All right, so moving on to the next thing after conditioning your hair, you may want to consider using a heat treatment, heat protector. And Tresemme has a really good one. I will put it down in my description box below. You don't want to overuse this product because you've already conditioned your hair, and putting more product on it may end up making it weigh down a little bit, so you don't want to overdo it with the heat protectant either. But a few squirts running it through your hair will help your hair when you're blow drying and you're using your iron. At a certain age, your hair becomes more fragile, it could break easier, and your colorist is really going to know what the safest hair dye is for your particular hair type. So that's really important. A lot of people don't know this, but there are other products that a hairstylist can use to color your hair that are a lot less damaging. My sister uses an enzyme, and it's way gentler on your hair. It's a fantastic product. I have my hair done with bleach, and I've gotten it done with the enzyme, and I have to honestly say the enzyme not only produces the most natural looking blonde color you've ever seen, it is so much gentler. It does not fry your hair. You don't need a lot of Olaplex and all of those other products. If you don't need to color your hair, that is actually the optimum, because your hair will be its healthiest that it can be. And I've actually noticed that my hair has grown back in a lot of places around my hairline since I went gray. Wanted to continue to color your, if you wanted to go gray but you started to go gray and noticed that your thinning areas on your hair look even worse now that you're gray, and your hair is like, you don't have a lot of it and it's fine, and you have spots that are like, you know, where there's not a lot of hair and you're kind of embarrassed and it's not working for you, then don't do it. You could continue coloring your hair with a mild colorant that isn't harsh. Again, check with your hairdresser. And something that maybe deposits color more than it lifts. Anytime you have lifting, you have higher volume of peroxide. The chemical compounds have to be greater to lift color off and to make your hair lighter. But if you're just putting color in, you could just use depositing methods of color, you know, depositing the color, which doesn't require a lot of hydrogen peroxide, which will save your hair and your scalp and everything. Color your hair as normal, and then, you know, before you go to work in the morning, you just, spray a little bit of this on the spot where you have a lot of thinning, and that can kind of camouflage it. So in this video is I could see how it would be for a woman who wanted to go gray, but she'd go, well, geez, I went gray, and now those areas where I didn't have hair are even more apparent, and you don't feel your best with that, right? So you want to fix that. So that's something you could do, is use the L'Oreal touch-up spray or a powder or something, and put a darker powder in at your roots area to camouflage that area, and that may help. And you're on your gray journey, continue and see where it goes. And if you end up at a spot that you don't like it, you can always go back. No worries. And if you're in between your gray journey and you're just like, oh my gosh, how much longer and all of that, there are so many little things you can do to help yourself to get through that tough part. Putting your hair back in a ponytail, wearing hats, wearing, all kinds of things. There are so many ways to kind of camouflage that, using the spray or something like that just to help you get through, or going to your hairdresser and getting your hair weaved so that you're weaving in some of your other color with the newer color, and you're kind of blending it all together. So those are just some things you can do. Right, so I hope that was helpful to you in some way. Thank you so much again for watching. Click subscribe if you'd like to see more of my videos. I've got a lot more coming up. And click like if you like the content of this video, because that really helps my channel. All right, thanks again. Bye now.